2 weeks ago, I launched a beta version of my app, and in less than 12 hours, over 700 people joined to test out the app. Hi, my name is Sanyi, and I'm 16 years old self-taught developer. And in this video, I want to talk about the app that I built, which is YScroll. So I'm a person that doom scrolls a lot. Like, I cannot control myself. I don't know why. So instead of complaining about it, I decided to build a solution that can help me and also others. So that's where YScroll came in. YScroll is a mobile app designed to help people stop endless scrolling. So the app has features like daily limits, session limits, cooldown limits, and also a focus mode. So the daily limits is how many minutes or hours you want to spend per day watching shorts. And the session limit is like how many shorts you want to watch per session, which is continuously without exiting shorts. And the cooldown mode is how many minutes or hours you want to wait until after you have finished your session limit. And one of the interesting features in this app is the focus mode. So focus mode is basically like you can turn on focus mode and it will entirely block short, so you will be able to focus on your work, study, or whatever. Right, so before we continue, I want to quickly talk about the sponsor of this video, Testamo AI. So I've been exploring their product, Scanny AI, for a while now, and it's actually really interesting. So let me quickly show you guys how it works. So Scanny AI is a Gen AI native end-to-end testing agent for modern quality engineering teams. Let me try to showcase their products. So search for Master's Computer Science program in Canada on idp.com and shortlist 3 programs. So the cool thing about this is like you can choose the desktop, browser, mobile app. So it's a multi-device platform. So let me send this one and we wait. And I actually really like the how the UI looks. So let me upload this. So basically the AI is gonna do like what I asked them to and then by itself. All right, so as you guys can see, it has shortlisted history of the courses asked to. Another cool feature that I want to showcase is the manual interaction. So for example, if I go to here and then like it's where like a kind of like store what I have been clicking. So as you guys can see here, like I've clicked on the image, so it's saying you clicked on the image. So basically like it's kind of like stores the testing, so I can sell it if I want to. From here I can see my tastings, what I've been tasting, and also the code. It will generate a code too. So here you can view the code. So it's really an interesting platform, and if you guys want to check it out, I'll put it in the description and also here. So yeah. So the first phase to building this app was to plan every single thing down. So yeah, I basically got started with that, and then I planned the futures, like everything I need. So yeah. All right. So once I'm done with the planning phase, I basically went up to the designing phase. For this, I kind of use an interesting method which I saw indie devs doing. So basically, I go to other productivity apps. Then I kind of like try to screenshots the pages that I need, and then I will dump them all into Figma. From there on, I will use it as an inspiration and then start designing my own application. And I was also using Dribble. So yeah, basically I started designing using these two methods, and yeah. Right. So as you guys might have guessed, the next phase is gonna be the building phase, which is one of the core phase of this application. So before I kind of like dive into like the building phase, so I kind of like want to talk about the tech stacks that I used and the tools. So basically I used a combination of both Flutter, just Darts, and the Android native code, which is Kotlin. So I used Flutter mainly for the onboarding screens, the dashboard, the settings, and stuff like that. And then I used Kotlin for the features that I cannot do with Flutter directly, like the accessibility service API, the usage tracking, the notification, stuff like that. So to connect the Flutter with the Kotlin, the Android native code, the app uses platform channels. So basically, like the Flutter talks to the user, and then the Android native code or the Kotlin talks to the Android, and also the platforms like YouTube Shorts, and then sends the response back to the Flutter, and then that applies it to the screen. So the core of the app runs through accessibility service API. So basically, this helps observe what is happening inside other apps. So in this case, YScroll will detect when the YouTube short is opened, and then it will send a signal to the app, which is YScroll, and then it will start tracking the time. And then every second, it will take if the session limit, daily limit, or cooldown limits has reached. So once the session limit or the daily limit is lit, it will block the shorts, so you will not be able to access it. If you have allowed the notification, it will send a notification telling you that the daily limit, session limit, or whatever is reached. So basically, that's the core of how the app works. So all the storage are stored locally on the device. So the usage date, the usage time, like everything that needs to be stored, it's stored locally on the device, and then the app can use it. All right. Now the final phase was to get a Google Play developer account and then submit the app for review. So, which I did. I got the Google Developer account for about $25. But like since it was not available for like the ages under 18, it's only available for like 18 or above. So luckily my brother got it for me using his information and stuff. So after getting that, I submitted the app for review, and then while I was waiting for review, I started working on the landing page for the app, which kind of looks like uh, so while I was waiting for the review, I was working on the landing page, which kind of looks like this. So this is what the landing page looks like. And you can also check it out at the domain name I put. And then about a day or something later, somehow it got approved. And then I basically posted about it saying like join the beta testing. I put like the beta where you can join the beta testing, like the email, and then I posted it on my X and also on my LinkedIn. And in about 12 hours, it somehow got over 700 people to join the beta testing. And actually my like the database where I was storing the emails crashed because like it was a lot of amount of calls that I received, so it kind of like I reached my limit, so I had to like close it. And yeah, that's basically what it was. And then yeah, so I sent an email to all the people who joined the beta testing to start testing the app. And as of now, there are over 150 people who are actively testing the app. So the app is coming soon. So stay tuned in the channel, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you liked it, and yeah, see you in the next video.